Hi and welcome back to Garfin's Creation. Today let's make everyone's favorite guava cheese recipe. Though this may be a Christmas special, but you can make them any time of the year whenever these guavas are available in the market. So let's start with the recipe. So here I've taken 1 kg of guavas. While selecting these guavas, make sure they are a little yellow but not soft. They should be a little firm to touch. After washing them thoroughly, we'll just peel the outer skin and then make them into smaller pieces. We'll be steaming this, so we'll be just cutting it into smaller pieces so that it gets steamed faster. Though I have taken those pink guavas here, you can also use the white ones. You can make this recipe with either the white guavas or the pink guavas also. So I'll just cut all of them and keep them ready before we could steam it. So now these are all peeled and cut. Let's go to the steamer and steam it. So into the steamer, I've just added a little water and we'll just cover this and steam it for about 10 minutes. Depending on the size of the Peru, either it might take anywhere around 10 to 15 minutes. You can check them in between, and once they get soft, you can switch off the flame and let it cool down. Once cooled down, we will just separate the seeds from the pulp. We need to make a paste out of this, but we'll just make them separately. Put the fleshy part into the mixer grinder first, and later we'll be grinding the seeds as well. So don't throw these away, we will just be grinding them later. So now first I'll just grind this into a paste. Once done, we just need to sieve it through a siever. Separating the seeds from the pulp will just help to grind this faster. We'll also be avoiding much of the seeds into this puree. This makes the grinding and even sieving this much more faster. And there's hardly any wastage here. Don't forget to collect the pulp from below the sieve as well. So now here you see the pulp is nice and smooth. So now we'll just keep this aside for some time and continue grinding with the seeds as well. While grinding the seeds, I won't be grinding it too very fine. I'll be grinding this just for a few seconds. The more you grind, the more the seeds will break in. Just a little to loosen the pulp from the seeds. Once more we will just sieve this through. Here you'll find most of the seeds left behind. This needs to be thrown away. Once done, we'll just mix both of it well. If you do not want to make this guava cheese immediately, you can freeze the puree in the freezer and use it later too. Now I'll be measuring the puree, as we need to take the same quantity of sugar as well. Here I'm using a 200 ml measuring cup. So whatever size of the cup or the bowl you use, the same amount of sugar will be going in. I've just added the first one and this is the second cup. So with this 1 kg of guava, I have got 3 cups of this guava puree. So when you measure the guava pulp, the same amount of sugar will also go into this. So here this is the 3rd cup of guava puree. To this recipe, I'll be just giving a twist to it by just taking a little of the puree and adding 1 tablespoon of corn flour into it. Mixing the corn flour into this, you're going to get a nice smooth texture and a nice mouthfeel to this guava cheese recipe. It won't be chewy or rubbery. So after mixing that 1 tablespoon of corn flour, add it back into the pulp and mix it well. Adding the corn flour is optional and you can always skip that. Now here with the same measuring cup, I'll be using 3 cups of grain sugar. Add it into the pulp and mix the pulp well. After mixing this, I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. We'll mix that as well into it. Besides these ingredients, later on we'll also be adding some red food color and 2 tablespoons of Amul butter. Using salted butter here, so I'm not adding any salt into this recipe. Here I'll be greasing a 8 by 6 inches cake tin. I'll just grease it with some oil. I'm making thicker cubes of these guava cheese. If you prefer, you can use a larger tin as well. To keep this ready before we could start cooking this guava puree. Onto the gas stove, we need to cook the guava puree on medium to high flame. You also need to keep stirring this continuously and scrape the sides of the vessel If you're doing this guava cheese for the first time, I would suggest you keep the flame on medium itself. That will prevent the mixture from getting burned. As the mixture starts to boil, the sugar too gets melted. Now at this stage, the sugar is melted and it started to boil, so we'll be adding the butter. That's 2 tablespoons of butter. Also be adding red food color. If you have used the white guavas, you can add a few drops of orange food color along with 2 drops of red food color. As my mixture was already a little peach in color, so I've just added 2 drops of red food color. Keep stirring this continuously and keep scraping the side of the vessels as well. As you keep stirring, the mixture starts getting thicker. Using a thick non-stick pan is best for this recipe, as the mixture doesn't stick much to the vessel. To know if your mixture is done, I'll just take a little in a spoon and add it to a bowl of water. This is room temperature water. I'll just keep there for a few seconds and continue stirring. While testing this, the mixture should form a soft ball. Here you see, it's too very soft and it's taking time to form the soft ball. You need to stir this for a little more time. This is a bit too very soft. I've kept the gas on slow while I've done the test, and now we'll continue stirring this for a little more time. So the total stirring time for this recipe would be anywhere between 45 to 50 minutes. Now I have just switched off the flame and I'm just testing it once more. This time I've just kept it in the same water for just a few seconds, and it forms into a soft ball very quickly. So when the mixture becomes thick and it starts leaving the sides of the vessel, you can do this test and confirm it. It forms into a ball very quickly. So this is done. So I'll just show you now how the mixture looks when it's done. Now once this is done, we need to pour it into the cake tin immediately. If you do not have this size of cake tin, you can use a large greased thali as well. As I'll be making the guava cheese thicker, I'm using this 8x6 cake tin. If you prefer making thinner and smaller diamond pieces, you can always pour this mixture into a larger greased thali as well. As you pour the mixture, the tin becomes hot, so just use a cloth and tap this well. After tapping it well, we just need to smooth the top of the guava cheese. You can use the back of a spoon or a spatula too. Grease it well so that the mixture doesn't stick to it. Once you got the top nice and smooth, we need to cool this down completely. This will take an hour to cool down completely. After cooling, this will take another 1 hour to set and become firm. Since this layer is going to be thick, it will take a longer time too. So let it cool down completely and set firm. For this thickness, it took me about 2 hours to get set. So now we just need to run a knife on all the 4 sides. So just grease the knife too with some oil. If you have taken a larger tin size, this might take a lesser time for you. So after running a knife from the sides, I'm just making some long strips marking so we can get equal portions. After doing the marking, I will grease the knife once more and then cut out long strips. Use a sharp, heavy knife. The top of the guava cheese may look shiny now, but once it dries out completely, it will get a nice matte finish on top. And this is because we have used the oil for making it smooth. After cutting this into strips, I'll be making square or cubes out of it. If you prefer, you can also make diamond shapes from it. This guava cheese recipe can be made about 20 days in advance too. And once dried completely, it can be stored in an airtight box. So after cutting the strips, I'll just remove them out from the tin and then further cut it into cubes. The net quantity what I got from this 1 kg of guavas was something between 750 to 800 grams. So now here, after getting the strips out, I'll cut it into cubes. As you see, these cubes are nice and thick. So that's why this took me almost 2 hours to set. And once I've cut this into cubes, I will just let it air dry for some more time till it gets a little dry from all the 4 sides of the cubes. That will prevent them from sticking to each other. The guava cheese too will get dry and the shiny part will go away and it will get a nice matte finish. As I cut cubes into this, you can always cut diamond shapes from this. Sometimes when you get the guavas, they are not that full of flavor. In that case, you can always add a little bit of guava essence into this guava cheese recipe too. So after biting, you can easily see the texture from inside too. It's nice and soft and not chewy at all. So I will just let this air dry on the table itself and then put it into an airtight box. I hope you all liked this video, and I tried my best to give all the details necessary to make this recipe perfect. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe to Garfin's Creation for more such recipes. See you soon in the next recipe too. Till then, take care and bye bye.